Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. This singing was going on. Master wanted to hear these songs, and Ramlal and a Brahmin official of the temple sang. The first song we saw, Dwell, O Lord, O lover of bhakti in the Vrindavan of heart, detailed we discussed. The second song is, again, the dark cloud of summer storm fades into nothingness, when flute in the hand and smile on his lips, lighting the world with his loveliness, Krishna, the dark one, appears. The seasons, the constantly changing nature, it creates emotional upsurges. We see our mind is always remains in one way or the other tuned to the nature. Summer, our feelings are entirely different. Winter, it is different. Rainy season is different. When it is snowing, it is different. How with the nature through the seasons is maintaining our bhavanas. Everything in this universe is going in a cyclic order. Our life also is moving in a cyclic order. Our passions, our understanding, our knowledge, everything is going in a cyclic order. From birth to death, death to birth, how we evolve from the womb, the growth, the middle age, then old age, death, to begin again. Everything is going in a cyclic order. The seed, tree, seed, the cycle, sunrise, sunset, cosmic time cycle. When we come into time cycle, we see the weeks, days, and years according to the motion of the earth round the sun and moon round the earth. Everything is going in a cyclic order. So also our emotions and feelings are deeply and intimately associated with the nature, and nature controls our feelings according to keeping the nature cycle. Here, in the Indian context, that is in Hindu context especially, what we see is the festivals are so arranged. Our bhavanas, our nature and God, these are associated intimately. When the season of rainy season comes, the bhavanas change and there is Krishna's presence. In end of winter, the beginning of summer, the whole nature again changes. The crops and all, everything is over of the winter after the rains, and the whole land is looking plain, barren like. Every pocket is filled with money, but outside nature is little, looking empty everywhere. Just new shoots are appearing after the fall. all the tree fall, patjhad, after the new shoots are emerging, the whole nature is changing its clothes as if, and we see Shivaratri coming. The whole, as if the universe is entirely meditating in something beyond. New shoots are appearing. The spring has come into picture, and new bhavanas are raising, and it is moving towards the beginning of evolution, the turning of the face towards the eternity is appearing. The whole thing. So we see Shiva appearing there as if the world has disappeared and the Chaitanic existence is getting merged in the Chaitanic existence. So how the bhavanas are changing when after the rains, first phase of rains, during rains we have Krishna festival and Ganesh Chaturthi. After that, whole nature is filling with new crops. The seeding time, the seeds are brought, seedlings are grown, and then they are planted. And by December, the whole thing, October, November, December, one after the other crop, the whole nature is filled with greenery everywhere, and Divine Mother is worshipped, Durga. So here we see how now the season is associated with the Devata, a particular aspect of God which is very in our feelings, bhavana. Bhavana, nature on one side, divine on the other side. The individual soul, the Jivatman, the human, which can understand and feel and respond to nature, is in between the divine and with the nature he is connecting the divine. Nature and he is one with it, he is a part of nature. As a bodily existence he is part of nature, as spiritual existence is part of the divine. He stands in between. And here we see, according to the nature's drive, the thought of the divine is brought into picture. So we see the whole song is regarding the Krishna, in which the rainy season is brought into picture. The dark cloud of summer storm fades into nothingness. The summer, during summer, there will be huge heat. The scorching heat of the summer evaporates all water on the earth and the clouds are forming. Huge clouds. The clouds, density of the clouds slowly make, when it becomes more and more dense, we see it as dark black. And it covers the sun in such a way, even during daytime, when the sun is shining up above the earth in its fullness, we see the clouds are covering it, and as if it is late in the evening, the sun is just setting or has just set, that kind of darkness. And there we see Krishna is being brought into picture, the divine appearing in nature, the darkness itself. When we go to Himalayas, the snow-clad Himalayas, everything in silence, absolute silence, no sounds, no birds, everything is clad with ice bound. Snow is covering everything. And you see there, as if in great eternity, all the hills and mountains are sitting as if they are in meditation. No movements, no wind, no sound when you go to Himalayas. So this awareness of each Devata, the Devata awareness comes. Here the darkness is associated with Krishna and Kali. This darkness is the darkness of the nature. We are sitting on the earth now. There is sunrise, sunset. We are close to sun, one of the stars in the sky. Because of our proximity with the sun, we see day and night are appearing, and life is possible on the earth. Little away or little closer to sun, their life is very difficult to survive. We are on the earth, which is more conducive for the life to sustain, and everything is convenient. The water, vapor, rains, everything is. We see it slowly moving round. So here we see, if we move away from this earth a few thousand light years or a million light years away, we see sun is one of the stars and eternal darkness is there. Darkness never ends because we are on the earth, sun is moving around the earth, the apparent motion of the sun around the earth is making day and night. Otherwise there is neither day nor night. If we go away from the solar system, we see eternal darkness everywhere. Sun is also one of the stars in the sky, and we are in eternal darkness. No day, no night. We live, we disappear. We appear, we disappear. There is no year or month or day or date. There is one eternal darkness. What is this darkness? And a few stars, this universe. This darkness, behind this darkness and pervading this darkness is the light. Because we are not able to see with our senses, mind or intellect the spiritual existence. We are able to see the universe bound by time and space. In this time and space there is eternal darkness. This darkness is the absence of the reality which is ever shining and which is the basis or substratum of this universe and is pervading the universe and giving existence to this. When we speak of darkness, the darkness that is covering the whole universe, that darkness is pervaded by light which we do not perceive. The darkness behind the darkness, above the darkness, in all around the darkness is the ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. Ananta Sachidananda Sagara. In the Ananta Sachidananda Sagara, one beautiful dark universe is there, which is showing the absence of, because we are part of that universe and we have been endowed with few instruments which can perceive material world. And this material world can be perceived with 5 senses, the mind behind and the intellect beyond. But this cannot reveal the light which is pervading it. It is in the light, it is pervaded by light. Light is appearing as darkness because we don't have instrument to see. You see, for a person who is deaf, sound is, he cannot hear the sound. Sound is absent there, not because the sound is not there in the universe. He can't hear the sound. Sound is absent to him who doesn't have ear. World is absent to him who cannot see. Like that, the Chaitanya is absent to him who is not spiritually awakened. Within you is that light. Pervading this universe is light. Beyond the world is light. Except light, nothing is there, but darkness is appearing because you are identified with a body which has an instrument to see this world alone, material world alone. Now, here comes the behind, pervading the darkness is the divine. So when nature is bringing that, when the enlightened soul sees this darkness, he laughs at it. When a other person who is ignorant, enlightened person sees this, he is afraid, or he is carried away by the material world, or afraid of it. Nothing is there. Once, when we were in training center, it was pitch dark. One of the acharyas, who is a Swamiji, he wanted someone to go and bring his towel, which is on the drying place, cloth drying. He has to get down the steps and walk a few steps away. There he finds the towel is there. Oh, I have left the towel in the drying place, will you bring it? It was, go out and see, it's pitch dark. There is no light, electricity. And he said, I can't go. He asked, what is there? You are not walking there in daytime? He says, daytime I am able to walk and move about. Now it is frightening, it is dark, I won't be able to go. He said, what is there? Nothing is there. You are afraid of nothing. Nothing is there. Daytime he goes and sees, nothing is there. A wire is there, a cloth is hanging on it, he has to go and bring. Nothing is there and you are afraid of it. That means you are afraid of nothing. I am afraid of nothing means it gives another meaning. So that we are afraid of this, or because we don't have. Now the nature is, the enlightened is comparing that. Oh, what you are afraid of is not, get that eye. When you see the same darkness, the Krishna is given this darkness as a representation of the whole universe of play, divine play. Same, Kali is representing the universe, and the Shiva standing on which Kali is standing is represented by the white stone, marble stone on which dark stone of Kali stands. The stone, marble stone on which the Kali stands is Brahman, this Chaitanya. This is Jada, which is constantly changing the world. So the Kali image represents the whole creation and the beyond, the whole existence, the absolute, and the similarly Krishna represents Krishna and Radha. Radha is marked white, pure white. She is bright and Krishna is dark. One is representing the Paramatman and Jivatman. In Kali, two existences are being represented. In Kali, it is, one is the relative existence and the absolute existence. we go to the existential aspect of the universe and the beyond, in which universe appears and disappears. In Kali. In Krishna, the individual soul and his Chaitanya, the individual existence, a Jiva, Jivatman and Paramatman. Jivatman is represented by Radha and Krishna represents the Chaitanya behind the individual existence. I am there, I have Chaitanic existence, bodily existence. So Jivatman and Paramatman. The Jivatman is represented by the Radha and Paramatman is represented by the Krishna. So when we see the white and dark is again brought into picture, the shadow and light. Where there is a shadow, there is light. Where there is light, there is a shadow. Shadow and light. So the play of shadow, whole thing is a play of shadow and light. We are able to see an object because of the three-dimensional picture we are able to make out because of the shadow and light. With the same shadow and light, we paint and make a picture of a person. Little darkness, little whiteness, it makes the three-dimensional picture of a man. So whole thing is a play of darkness and play. So here the Krishna's participation, Krishna is brought into picture with the enlightened vision of an enlightened soul. And that is what we see here in that song. The dark cloud of the summer fades into nothingness. He is enlightened. When the flute in the hand and smile on his lips. Flute is eternal sound, the anahata dhvani that is eternally going on. Once the creation starts, when the whole creation appears, after appearing of this one, the nada, paranada, the whole universe dissolves as energy in the absolute existence, nothing remains. And this, in the absolute, all the energy which has dissolved as energy, Chit Shakti, the universe of matter, matter becomes energy and dissolves in the absolute existence. Nothing remains except the absolute existence. At the time of creation, slowly there is pulsation again and appearance of the waves which condenses into a bindu. The condensation into bindu from the pulsation starting, just I am deep sleep, I am trying to wake up. The pulsation at the causal level of my being before I wake up is the beginning of the creation of my day again. I am unconscious, I am not there. A whole thing, I become an energy and dissolved in the universal consciousness. From there, I am again reappearing after the sleeping, coming to waking state. Like that, the universe is coming to waking state. So, this is called paranada. The appearance of the waves from the energy in the absolute to form the universe is called paranada. It condenses into a bindu and expands internally to become the universe. The expansion within, we see, is called the universe, is called aparanada. Paranada condenses into bindu, then aparanada creates the universe from the bindu, within the bindu. This aparanada is the flute, is represented by the flute, the formation of the whole universe. Another thing used is conch or conch. The conch that the Krishna blows, you see in the hand, also represents the nada. Flute also represents the nada. Whereas the damaru in the hand of Shiva represents the whole process of creation and dissolution. The whole universe becoming zero and becoming negative matter, again appearing as positive matter of the universe. Here we see the flute of Krishna represents aparanada, which continues ringing as it is as long as the universe remains, till it goes back to become the paranada again. The whole universe condenses into a bindu as energy, and again paranada, it becomes one with the absolute existence. The whole together is represented by the Shiva's Damaru. Now this aparanada, which is from bindu, paranada becomes bindu, bindu to universe is aparanada. The aparanada which makes the universe appear, multifarious universe, that aparanada continues to maintain the constantly changing universe. This nada, if you can perceive, is called anahata dhvani. Then we see the universe just like a magnet continuously is fed. It feeds itself, magnet feeds itself from within, cycle. The lines of force you can see when you put the iron filings around the magnet and tap, you will see they are arranging in a particular lines of force. This we can see two magnets attracting and repelling on opposite sides. This is continuing, endlessly it's continuing. Once the magnet forms, till the magnet is destroyed, there is magnetic waves moving. Like that, aparanada continues to maintain the universe in its sustenance period, and we see this is represented the flute of Krishna. We are all alive. Lives have come into picture, and we have to go back to the source bag. And the call of the flute is the jivas going back into it remains moving in the universe to show, to take us back to the source jiva. That is why we say flute of Krishna is eternally going on in the heart of the jiva. So that flute sound is being recorded here. Here the word he uses flute in the hand and smile on his lips. How it is brought, you see, how the Krishna is representing the symbolization or the understanding or the realized soul, enlightened soul, how he views the reality, how beautifully he understands that it cannot, which is a principle which cannot be presented to others. What we experience cannot be presented in some form that man can understand, has to be given, and it is being given in these forms. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.